There are certain types of foods that we don't like to eat. Me, especially, from veggies like squash to certain types of meats. But foods we don't eat, people from another country might be able to eat. But some of the foods on this list, you probably wouldn't pay me to eat, especially with me being a picky eater. Eaten in Japan, even though Shirako means white children, is not actually made from children. It's actually made from the sperm sacs of the pufferfish, the anglerfish, or the cod. It is said that the sperm sacs have a sweet custardy taste and looks like miniature brains poured into a bowl made with anything else into it. Now, I might like Japan, but that sounds gross. If you've ever go to Canada, don't go chasing after a moose for its nose. Because you might end up meeting with its antlers. But that doesn't really stop some Canadian adventurers for getting one. Once they've got the moose nose, they take it, boil it with onions and spices, removes the hair, boils again, then slices and covers with a broth that sets into a jelly. Now, I would not want to go visit Canada after that. Portion thing might sound great, but trust me, it's not really that great. Boshin tang is made with spring onions, dandelions, a host of spices, and one infamous ingredient, dog meat. It's still popular with the older generation and agreed that it tastes better than it smells. And it's a struggle to find it on the menu today. Now, I wonder why it's a struggle to find it on the menu today. If you ever visit Vietnam one day, you might be presented with a culinary option of blood soup. Blood soup is made of a raw duck or goose egg. And the minute you say that you want blood soup is the minute a duck or a goose is being slaughtered. And it might look less terrifying, but trust me, it's not. I've never tried it myself, but if I ever went to Vietnam, I don't want to try that first. Nah, I definitely don't want to eat anything from France. This dish is basically snails that are cooked in a white wine sauce. And added into it is garlic, butter, and parsley served in their shells. Snails are pretty rubbery, even though they have a similar consistency to clams and mussels. But I wouldn't want to try that because that would be a huge nuh. And trust me, I'm like I said before, I'm a big picky eater. So some things I would not want to eat, like what I just said. Now you couldn't pay me to eat this. Cherry blossom meat is basically a raw horse and it's served on its own or parts of sushi. And it's said to be low in fat, low in calories, but you couldn't pay me to eat this because the next thing you know, I'm puking in someone else's lap. Then I'll probably have to pay to get that cleaned up. Really? Whales? Come on, US. Whales, really? The meat is said to contain high amounts of mercury and other toxins which can cause organs to fail and madness. The deaths of these animals are really quick and usually bloody, yet still goes on all around the world. Now, why would you want to go find a whale, kill it, then risk your life to eat it? That's kind of retarded and kind of messed up with that one. Really, turtles? Made using the meat, skin, and innards of a soft-shelled turtle in East Asia or the snapping turtle in the US, this is considered something of a Chinese delicacy. You don't pay me to eat some kind of turtle, no matter if it's a snapping turtle or a soft shell, because you probably would not get me to eat it. Really. If you put this dish in front of me, I will literally walk right back out the door and not even pay it. It's worse if they're using experiments, but this isn't working. Typically served whole and roasted or in a casserole, guinea pig is said to have a similar flavor to rabbit. It's bad enough rednecks eat rabbits for dinner, but guinea pigs, really? You would not see me eating none of this. And even if you did, I wouldn't. Muktuk is a traditional Inuit meal of frozen whale skin and blubber, and is usually served either raw or pickled. It looks like licorice, all sorts, and the layers taste really different. But you wouldn't want to eat these if you had dentures in your mouth. The skin tastes like hazelnuts. The fat is really chewy, and the protective layer in between is even more chewy. So those with dentures you might not want to eat.